have no idea what time it is, but I woke up to the engine cranking and we were leaving. So that's a good thing. We are headed into the intercoastal to go to St. Joe's. And if the engine and everything is still going good at St. Joe's, we're just going to keep going. As far as I know, unless the plan has changed while I was sleeping. The sun's coming up. It's a beautiful day, and hopefully we won't run into any more trouble. But it's nerve-wracking out here because there's shallows everywhere and plants sticking up, and it's just fun since we like to get stuck so much. So I will keep you posted and try and get some good shots of the intercoastal. But it's a pretty day. So pray. Hopefully we'll do well. Charging phones, and we turned on the radio briefly and it drained a little bit. But other than that, everything seems to be holding steady.
No, I think we're cutting across.
So we have turned the engine off. The belt on the alternator is moving all over the place again and not charging the batteries. So the boys are down below working on the alternator to try and get the belt adjusted. The batteries were running good most of the day, and then we just went downstairs to look at them, and it wasn't looking too good. They had dropped some. Brad checked out the alternator and the belt was just going all over the place. So we're going to tighten it and pray that the engine starts back up and we have enough juice to keep going. Otherwise, we'll have to call another tow. God, this is never ending.
So let's walk down here. The first step, it's a big one. All right, so we had to take the refrigerator belt up here off and move that bracket, and then that bolt snapped. so we could change this belt, which drives the alternator, because the other belt had this little stretchy area in it that's pretty much gone, so it would not have lasted. So we're gonna hook this back up, wire tie this right here until we can find a bolt, unless he's found us a bolt. If he finds us a bolt, we might put that refrigeration belt back on. It's just for our refrigerator. If not, we're just gonna run without a refrigerator until we get to our dock tonight. So that's where we're at. It's hot. Jenn's doing an awesome job keeling us over, keeping us on some track toward land, but not quite the way we want to go thanks to the wind, but that's sailing. All right. Oh, there's the camera. The motor's running! The motor's running, Jenn! What do you say?
Motor's running!
Motor's running! Happy motor dance! Oh, it's a beautiful sound. How's the boat look? Looks good. Not too much. Oh yeah. A little bit of vibration. Motor's running! We are not shutting it down again ever. We're going to leave it on in port. We're going to leave it on when we go on to hard. The motor's never shutting off again. Might as well run all the way then.
Alright, so I'm gonna try and tell you the best that I can what happened last night when we came into Destin. I would have told you last night, but we were fried and done and tired and we just went to bed. We got into Destin last night at about 9:30 and we had to navigate the channel in the dark, which was fun. Brad used the Navionics app on the iPad to watch our depth because we draw 6.5 feet. And we had to be really careful not to hit any shoals. There's a lot of sand bars and shoals and stuff out here trying to get in. So we found the light to enter the channel, which that was fun. And then we had to look for the red and green buoys to go through to get into the channel. So I put a harness on and hooked into the jack lines and went up the side of the boat with a flashlight to try and find all these things. We found the red and green lights and we were going straight through the middle of them like any good navigator would. And all of a sudden we were in the breakers and waves were coming everywhere and we hit ground and couldn't move. So we were stuck in the breakers. They were coming over the back of the boat and soaking Brad, who was trying to drive. When we hit land, I was hooked into jack lines. It almost threw me over the side of the boat. That was fun. But the waves kept hitting and knocking us everywhere, and finally it knocked us off and we made it through by a miracle of God. So we kept going, trying to figure out where in the world we were going. Nothing was marked after that, and Brad simply followed the navigation on the iPad, blindly trusting that he could get us in. Which fortunately he did. So once we got in here last night, the marina wasn't too hard to find. I called them, the girl came out, waved at us. We are at Harbor Walk Marina, which is super nice. We're right here by Resort Town, USA in Destin, Florida. And we are docked right in front of the bar. So needless to say, when we got in and hooked up, everybody jumped off the boat and went for a drink because we were brain fried, scared to death, and done. I have no idea how we got through all of that.
have no idea how we got through all of that safely. Doesn't seem to be anything wrong with the boat. Everybody's okay. It was freaky. When we got up this morning, we've been talking to a lot of the fishing charters that are next to us, and they said that in this channel, when you come into it, you have to go 150 feet east of the green? East of the green marker when you're coming into the channel.
Which will be shown on my YouTube video of the channel.
So when we put this up
Did you get it all the way out there?
in YouTube,
I got it as far.
we'll make sure we add a picture of the channel, and we'll show you if you ever have to come into Destin.
Because that sand's in the way. This is my line of signal. So if I go
It
up on the bridge,
is ridiculous. Nothing is marked. The shoals have all shifted, and everybody here is kind of like, oh, yeah, that's the way it is. And we were like, what? So anybody who comes in from out of town who doesn't know is going to hit ground, and it's really scary. So yeah, you stay 150 feet east of the green, and apparently it's deeper water over there. We have no idea how we're going to get out of here. Hopefully we will follow those directions when we get out there and see the breakers and know where to go. Brad tried to send up the drone to scope it out, and the drone didn't get signal far enough.
It's just lack of sight.
So
I gotta get a better, higher place.
he's got to get up higher in order to send out the drone. We've got the alternator off the boat. It's still not charging and working right. We changed the belt, but it's still not working. So the alternator is off. We're going to go into town to a boat parts store and find another alternator. Hopefully. Find a replacement, maybe some batteries. And repair. So we're here for a day in Destin. Hopefully we'll be out of here tomorrow and have one more day to Orange Beach, and then we'll make it home. Keep your fingers crossed. But for now, we're chilling in Destin. We're all safe. We're going to get some parts and see if we can get the boat fixed up right.
Hey guys, here's a quick screenshot of the track we took into Destin. You can see we went right between the red and the green, and we hit ground right between the two of them, bobbed around a bit. On the way out, you can see we went about 150 meters to the east. That made it out.